Hello everyone, I'm so happy to welcome you today. I'm actually welcomed by Aurelien Guery. Thank you very much for welcoming us today at the Chateau d'Estoublon. If you don't know this amazing chateau in the south of France, you definitely have to visit. So thank you again for welcoming us. We're going to have a super interesting conversation today about one very specific subject, so important for you, which is the client experience. And when we were preparing actually this interview, we talked about the fact then why at the end of the day, it's just one night. So what makes the difference between paying like €100 per night or €1,000 per night or even more? It's the client experience, basically. Of course, the location, the amazing history behind the venue, but it's first the client experience. So I really wanted you first to introduce yourself, if you don't mind, and then we're going to talk about the magic behind the client experience at the Chateau d'Estoublon, but in general, in the luxury hospitality.
Yes, so thank you very much, Madi, for this introduction. Thank you for joining us here at Estoublon. So my name is Aurelien, as you mentioned. I'm the hospitality director for the Chateau d'Estoublon and the Villa Beaulieu, the two exclusive maisons within the RL collection. So I'm in charge of all the hotel activities related within these two wine estate and also olive oil.
Amazing. It looks like two full-time jobs.
Yeah,
Definitely. So the thing is, how with your eyes in this industry for like forever, basically, you can explain to us why we can have like such a big difference about the rates between something that I always say, when you have a car, you go from one point A to a point B, and at the end, all the cars, they do the same job. So what makes the difference even before the booking? I mean, even before the people to call you or to book online or through different platforms, how different is the experience?
So now we are in 2024. The world has changed since COVID, and now it's all about experience.
Yeah.
We can see with the clients when they call us, when they write us, when they visit us. The only thing they are talking about now is experience. I think everybody can travel a lot now. Everybody can see beautiful places, beautiful hotels, beautiful pools, beautiful everything. But now, the service, the staff is the point which can, change your stay.
Do you think then social media made a big difference, like Instagram, for example, influencers and people, like luxury people, let's say people with bigger budget, they can be attracted by luxury venues through Instagram, through influencer as well, or it's more like a middle market thing?
I think for me, influencer, I think it's more middle market. The guests we are, welcoming here at Estoublon, and in this kind of level, they are not really into I would say social media. They are more into exclusivity, privacy, and they don't want to showcase, and they don't want to show where they are staying.
Okay.
For example, Estoublon, one of the best selling points is the privacy we're offering to the guests. Definitely. It means that if you want to stay here, you have to privatize the entire chateau, and then we're going to close the gate for you, and nobody can come here. Apart from if you are a guest of the wedding or a guest of the people staying here.
Oh, amazing! So the thing is, basically, if they don't reach out through social media, if they don't, if someone absolutely doesn't know about this venue, how can they discover you? So it's word of mouth. Yeah, it's more like it's something in this specific circle of people. They talk to each other, and it's known. So it's people coming through years and years, and they come back. And how can they discover you?
They can discover within the collection itself. We are now a collection of I would say eight maisons, and all of them are either palace or five-star luxury hotel. So they know us through the collection. They know us through, I would say, internet. They know us through the awards we are getting every year, and also it's the word of mouth. and it's also via the wedding planners and the industry.
Of course.
Yeah.
But so it's basically like they're gonna book the venue for their wedding, and then they're gonna come back every year or something just to privatize for a week with all the friends and family to enjoy during summer, for example.
Yep.
So it's definitely a long-term relationship you have with your clients,
Exactly.
which is actually very interesting because we are used to think that in the wedding industry, it's one shot, just you have the wedding and that's it, especially because you are not an hotel. So you cannot just welcome for one night. So they have to book everything again. So it's very interesting to know that like once they know the venue and the fact that it's completely, as you said, the privacy is the key, they want to rebook it just to enjoy for a week or something. So it's definitely a different way of working with the client than the hospitality, usual hospitality, let's say.
Exactly.
So once the people reach out and they want to have more information, because it starts for all of us the same way, how can you stay? Then you have basically something different in the way of communicating with them, the way of sharing information for the visits maybe. So how can you maybe share some anecdotes or things? Then you know then that's going to make the difference between you and another venue.
The aim for me is to bring the people here, because you can't feel the chateau and you can't feel the experience through a video, through pictures or whatever. So for me, the big challenge is to bring the people here, to make them understanding that this is the feeling of staying at the chateau. So for example, this afternoon I've got 2 Canadian people coming here, and my big target last week was to confirm this site inspection on top of sending the quotation and sending some picture, because I can see every time I organize a site inspection here at Estoublon, the people are just amazed. Yeah.
It's just
because
like the job is done.
Yeah, they don't understand how it works. They don't understand the feeling of the chateau, because it's quite difficult to understand that this is a private estate. You can privatize, and then you get the 5-star service. Because when you around the chateau in Provence or on the French Riviera or whatever, when you book a villa, a private villa, then you usually don't have any service.
True.
You have to add a private chef, you have to add housekeeping, you have to add concierge, everything. Here, if you privatize the chateau, you get the full experience.
Actually, it's definitely. So the thing is, like, the venue talks for itself.
Exactly. Yeah.
So you don't have to say anything. It's just like to find a way to bring them here.
Exactly.
And the thing is, that kind of clientele, they can basically take a jet and just come for the weekend and do like some tours, and so it's easier, I guess, for that kind of luxury clientele to negotiate, for you to negotiate, like, let's come and visit directly, it's going to be easier.
Exactly, and then we can also open the chateau for one night for this potential guests, to make them experience the service and the estate.
That is definitely something interesting and reproducible. Like, if you really want to sign a contract, you can give them a sample, like a test, for them to have kind of experience, mini experience. This is just an example of what you can expect if you book the entire experience, the contract, the product, if you sell what we are selling, if you buy what we're selling, basically. Okay, that's interesting. So once it's sure, it's booked, they're gonna celebrate here, or they're gonna just book, because some people, they just come for summer, 1 week. It's not only for events, basically. So once it's booked, it's official. How can you justify, I know it's not the perfect word, but you know what I mean, the fact that it can be the kind of rate it is, because it's luxury. Like, as we said before, if you really go back to basics, at the end of the day, it's a place where to sleep. So how can we make a difference? Like, of course, you have all the furniture, the location, the privacy, all the services, but the experience around it, how can you, how do you upgrade this experience to justify the luxury experience?
The first one is the exclusivity. As I said, you are the only one staying here, so you're not sharing the public spaces to someone else. You're not sharing your bedroom, you're not sharing everything. So it's anything, sorry. So the exclusivity make it, can upgrade obviously the service.
Yeah, compared to an hotel or something.
Exactly,
yeah.
and we are putting this this exclusivity every time we are offering the chateau to the guests. And then it's the personalization of the service. Here we personalize everything. There is no, for example, for the food and beverage, there is no menu. So all the menus are discussed with the client. So the breakfast, the lunch, and the dinner. The client can do what he wants to do. So if he wants to have a barbecue night, we're gonna serve a barbecue night. Last year we had an actress from the US. And she stayed with us 5 nights, if I remember well. And at the beginning, we designed all the menu. And after 3 days, she came to us and she said, "You know what? I'm a bit homesick, so I want a burger and cheeseburger night." So we organized like a burger night with a chef.
So personalization, flexibility, even last-minute flexibility. I mean, we saw it yesterday when we were preparing actually the interview. Then you suddenly had a call. Tomorrow everything changed. We have to manage all the drivers and details and everything, and so you have to do it right now. Like this is the luxury experience. It's for the client to be able suddenly to change their mind.
Exactly.
So
and if they want to come now, you have to make it happen.
Wow.
So
it's exciting and frustrating at the same time. It's a mix of emotions.
Yes, and especially now, after COVID, it's quite complicated to make, the supplier understand that, the request can be last minute, or they want to change their mind, or at the end, it's a bit rough or rude, but they are paying, so they can do what they want to do. Do
you think that more than anywhere else in this market, the client is the king? The client is whatever they want, whatever they want to do, you just have to find a solution. So there is no.
No, because there is no. I would say there is no limit. If you take an airline company and you fly business or you fly first, you can't do what you want to do, because at the end you've got security checked and everything. With this service, in the hospitality, there is no limit.
And is there any anecdotes, like crazy requests you received, or something you could share with us, like without, of course?
Not here. In my previous hotel, I think it was in the morning of the wedding, and the father of the bride asked me for lions.
For what?
A lion.
Oh my goodness!
A lion in a cage.
A lion in a cage.
Yeah.
Did you do it?
No, because I explained him that it's not allowed, and
basically. So you have limits, but the limits are basically the law.
Exactly.
You cannot go against the law.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh my goodness. Yeah. And then something else crazy, but you did it?
Yeah, fireworks without the authorization.
Oh.
Because the client was really pushy, and at the end we said, okay, let's
try. Worst case scenario, we apologize.
Exactly.
Basically, There is sometimes it's actually interesting. Sometimes it's better to apologize than to ask for the permission. It's just like, let's try and see if it works. So, sorry, guys, we didn't know. But it's just, I'm sure you have like many anecdotes. You could write a book basically with all these crazy requests. It's like rock stars or things. Sometimes they have specific requests for the lodge.
Yeah, the rider.
I think so, definitely. How do you think, what is the most complicated during a stay, like apart of the crazy requests you could have, are you always under stress during the journey, like to be sure that everything is okay, to when they have specific tested specific things they like or don't like we were talking about this lemon pie, or things.
I think the most difficult part is the consistency.
Oh.
Because we usually, especially here, because we have we can have long stay, so we can have a 7 night or 10 days or.
This is long stay, 10 days.
Yeah,
1 month? No, not that long.
Not really, but last year we had 14 nights stay.
Okay.
And the most difficult is the consistency, because we are all human, so the team is getting tired, and at the end it's you have to always push for the perfection. So consistency is quite.
I can imagine, when you push the level higher and higher, and people get used to that as a normal level. But for you, as you said, we are human, so it's always very overwhelming. But to have always this level of demandingness, it can be very heavy. So we were talking about the client experience, and I'm fascinated about client experience. My thing is always to surprise, to over-deliver, but how to surprise that kind of people who already have everything and who is used to be surprised and over-delivered. So how, do you have some tips to share with us, how to be aware of some things, to have the extra point?
But the first thing I tell the team, it's you have to listen to everybody. Because you have to listen to the client, you have to listen to the friends of the client, you have to listen to the parents of the client, and at least you can highlight one thing which can then help you to personalize or to provide a new experience.
To upgrade.
To upgrade,
so
exactly.
Keep your ears open.
Exactly, yeah. Because and everybody can help you in personalizing the service. It's not only the client, but it can be. If we're talking about a wedding, it can be the bridesmaid, it can be the best friend of the groom, it can be whoever. But the most important thing is to listen to the guest.
So to keep the ears open, just if you hear something in the back, just do you have a database or something when you put all the notes, and then when it's time you can over-deliver, upgrade some experience and
2 weeks ago, for example, we had a wedding here, and we were all celebrating the wedding, but at the end we understood that on the Sunday was the birthday of the bride. And nobody told us.
Oh wow!
So we heard during the previous day. So that's why we then organized a wedding cake.
And nobody knew.
Sorry?
For the birthday, nobody knew that you were organized something.
No,
it was definitely from here. It's not from a bridesmaid or something.
No,
it's just
we heard that it was the birthday of the bride, and we organized a birthday cake in the room for the day after.
Aren't you scared? So it's something I always keep in mind when I try to do some surprises like that. It's just I'm always scared to go wrong. For example, this thing, if for any reason she didn't want to celebrate her birthday because she doesn't want to get old, or just she's not comfortable with that or something, you can actually make a wrong step, and I'm always very scared to go in a wrong direction when it's about surprising. So how can you manage? You just do it, or you sometimes ask around some friends, is it okay if you do that? You secure?
We try to secure, and we try to ask someone else to make sure we are in the right direction. Then there is one subject I never go to. It's the wedding anniversary. This is something I never try to celebrate because you never know what can happen. But then, when you have the guests here in house, if you are pretty sure, let's go, and at least it's they're gonna have fun if it's not the
worst case scenario. It's a good cake.
Exactly.
It's true. You were talking about the wedding anniversary. It's just unless I see on their Instagram, for example, that they are still enjoying together and having fun, and they are still together, then we can send a gift or something. But if we don't, we actually had this conversation with a very good friend of mine, a wedding planner. We had a wedding together the past year, and she was like, do you think they are still together? Because usually we receive a message as well, saying oh my goodness, it was amazing 1 year ago, etc. And we deliver a gift, and we were checking on the Instagram, trying to find pictures of them. We don't really know, actually. So we don't take the risk, saying happy anniversary, we just divorced. Sorry.
This is something I never celebrate or try to personalize because it's too
dangerous.
Yeah, too dangerous.
Definitely. So once, the guest has had an amazing stay, they enjoyed. I think definitely, of course, the venue is amazing, but as you said, the privacy part of the experience is incredible. You cannot just come here randomly. It has to be an intention. So it's just the privacy is the big plus, definitely, and the history, and of course, like so many things. But it's just amazing. So you can actually reach many kind of clientele as well. Like some people from the Middle East, they really care about the privacy. So it's something definitely that can be interesting for them. When we talk about weddings in Europe, it's the first concern for them is privacy. So when you say bye, thank you so much for coming. Do you have a specific process for the after? Like we were talking about, of course, the wedding anniversary, so we don't do that. But even if it's not a wedding, just a trip, a journey they spend there, do you have like, you send some emails or you keep an eye on them, or you have in mind in the database and the birthday of the daughter is coming soon, so you send an email saying, like just happy anniversary or happy birthday? Or
it really depends on the clients, because you've got some clients you are very close with, so you usually get the cell phone and you stay in touch, and life is then goes like that. And you also have some clients very, I would say, very
boundaries.
Yeah, confidential or very, and you leave it.
The way it is. Yeah. So this is definitely not a process, but it's the human side that makes the difference. Yeah. Like you are the one, depending of the feeling you had with the client and how you felt, and it was comfortable for you to send a message or something. So you take the initiative to send messages or emails or something. So this is how, even in the luxury industry, people can be touched by things, small things like that, human things. You are not only people from the staff. I mean, the limit is not that clear. We always thought that in this luxury industry, you are like the staff and the clients, but you can definitely...
No, you've got some, we have some clients, we are exchanging on WhatsApp or whatever. So,
and they know some things about your own private life and things. This is interesting. Yep. So, and especially because they are there for a few days, so you have time actually to get to know them, and it's interesting. So, how do you? This is maybe one of the last questions, but how do you deal with if you have some? But I guess everybody has some unhappy clients. How do you deal with that, like unsatisfied client and misunderstandings, and when you have like a conflict to deal with?
I would say you've got two different complaints. There is the constructive complaint, so it's easy because you get the feedback and etc. And you also have the non-constructive complaint. It's the guest is just here to complain, so you can't do anything because he's just complaining and he's just throwing his
bad day.
It's everything he can to your face. But usually, or we send like a small attention. So we can send a bottle of olive oil. We can send like a small present to the guest with a personalized card saying, I'm very sorry, I heard about this, and blah blah blah. And on the other side, you have to make sure that you can get the client back. So sometimes I also send an invitation to the guest to come back to the restaurant, for example, for dinner or lunch, to make sure that to also tell the client it was an accident. Please come back, and then we will do it better.
But do you feel that in this particular market, you always have to apologize, even if it's not your fault? We always think then, in luxury, it's just like, even if it's not your fault, just accept the responsibility, apologize, just sorry guys, and find a way to make them happy, and that's it. We are now in a kind of wave when we are like, in general, in service providing, we are more and more, or less and less, people stop saying sorry, the service is definitely not the one it was before. And it's just, I feel that people saying like, the client is not the king anymore, you calm down, you don't talk to people like that. It's true, but it's a bit different in the luxury industry. They are still, whatever they want, they have it, and even if they talk to you very badly, you cannot say anything, and you just in this case you just have to apologize and to close the conversation, and that's it. It's as I said, you've got different type of clients. You've got the clients who wants to tell you that it was okay, but next time you should do this, and this. Suggestions.
Thank you very much. Otherwise, you've got the client who is just,
had a bad day and you are in front of him. And
and you can't do anything because in any case, he doesn't want anything apart from, I don't know, a discount or whatever.
Yeah. So some people, even in this industry, some people are just complaining for discounts.
Yeah.
Oh, that is interesting. So it doesn't mean anything. Like even if they have budget and they are still looking.
Yeah, you can do whatever you want. They just want a discount. So at the end,
and you just do it as long as you can, of course. Amazing. And just to finish, do you have some tips maybe to share with us? Like some advices to share with some of our friends, like how to say, like as an entrepreneur who wants to go in this industry or who want to reach out some clients with more budgets, like how could they be different?
I think it's a question of anticipation. You have to be proactive and you have to be always on the next step. The client is on it's on A, you have to be on B every time. It's you have to anticipate and to be proactive because this is the key of our business and of the luxury.
This is so true.
Yeah,
definitely so true. Just for them to feel, then you are a professional who knows exactly who knows.
You know the glass is going to fall, so you are already here with a tray or with a
Amazing. Thank you so much, Aurelien.
Thank you very much.
It was incredible to dive into this incredible industry, and especially here. It makes a lot for us.
Yeah.
It means a lot for us, definitely. So I have Les Toublons has a special place in my heart, for sure, and you have a special place in my heart as well. So thank you again so much.
Thank you.
I hope you enjoyed, you learned a lot, and I see you for the next video. Bye-bye.